You ready, babe? You ready to go live? You look good.
You're getting anxious.
You gonna have some treats? Okay, here we go. Important reseller news presented not before, not later, but mostly now.
Aloha!
Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Severe Stacker, Texas Bandit, WDF, Blue VT, Ryan Beard, Callie Debs, Mike Seller, and John Flippin' 8 John. Record great. Aloha to you all.
Did you catch Ryan?
I did.
Okay.
And what's important is we are proving here that we do not take holidays off because we're super great. Right?
It's just another day here.
I mean, it really is.
Basket Noodle, what's up?
What's up, brother? We don't take any days off because, quite frankly, that I don't know what to do. Like sitting, it's not so much that I can't sit still. I can just waste hours of time, for sure, but I can't sit still. I can definitely not do work.
We make our own holidays.
Yeah, we do. Every day has got a little holiday component to it. Like you just feel good for a second, and you're like, okay, let's waste an hour.
We choose our day off, not the calendar.
That's right.
Holiday.
We keep control up here at the top
calendar.
where it belongs.
Look at every time you hit the desk, the light goes up a little.
Oh yeah, it does. Totally did. So.
I don't need no stinking prizes.
There's no prizes today. I mean, we could dig something up. But I thought today was a good day just to talk about how the general sense of because our best August ever happened. I wouldn't say the past week has been pretty poop-a-doop-a-kiss, but
yeah.
I wouldn't say that didn't change it being our best August. We had a very low income week, but we were so consumed with purchasing new things and getting ready for Q4, we didn't even feel it. And because we'd had such good run, I mean, if we have a couple more bad weeks, we'll feel
Aloha, Jen.
terrible. But I will tell you that during this 1 week that we did not, sales were slower than we had been experiencing. No big deal. Guess what we didn't do during that time? Guess what we didn't do a lot of until this weekend, where we went crazy. That's right. You got it. We didn't list a lot. Like in the week preceding the week that we didn't make a lot. Is that interesting? Is it a mystery?
Well, I do feel like so I think Pokey derailed us some. And then I had
Pokey messed us up good.
Yeah, and then I had
you were messed
the
too.
week prior to that I had
so through no fault of Moa's own, our shit was a little weird this last couple of weeks. It was all your fault. Thank you. I thought it was me for a second. But it just shows you no matter what, things are going to happen. We often joke how we lose at least 1 week a month to something out of our control.
It feels like it. It's weird. And whatever. I don't get it, but
but what we have done is we've gone back to the motto that we're not just resellers sitting on our just listing stuff and it's selling. I mean, we're hustling it. The other thing is, and this is Labor Day capping off in Vermont's very traditional because of our seasons. Garage sales are pretty much memorial to Labor Day. There's some outliers, but for the most part, we've hit up garage sales, and we haven't done this in years. We've lollygagged, gone to 1 or 2 really good sales a year, estate sales, but this year we went out every Friday morning, every Saturday morning, and hunted. What did we come back with? $900 Halloween masks for $25. We just got a whole. Although this is kind of like this. Nah, this doesn't even count. It's a different situation where we've waited a long time and sort of made relationships, and then a cool thing kind of happened this last weekend, which was a whole bunch of Mercedes parts from a gentleman who is
vintage Mercedes.
Oh, vintage Mercedes for the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And he's already retired, moved to San Antonio from Vermont, and he's just sharing his stuff with me. He's like, come get it, take it, sell it. I'm going to split the profits with him. So it's a consignment, I would call that, probably.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't meet him, but you said he was an extremely nice guy.
And I don't want to say too much about him just because I don't know if he wants to share, but he's a longtime Vermonter guy who father was a doctor, and he fixed cars. There's a few of those, so you won't be able to figure him out. But super nice guy, super sweet guy, super kind guy. And he's just like, take whatever you want. Just keep whatever you want. I mean, and sell everything and just keep what you want. But let me just show you one thing, because that light right there, like a lens from an old Mercedes, is worth about $200. So that's a great kind of a thing. I'm leading right into here because I'm just going to show you stuff.
John was saying happy Labor Day to all those who have gone through labor.
That's what I thought it was, right? That's what it is, right? It's for the ladies. This is a ladies' day.
Beard was saying Phoebe
exactly
derailed
9
him
months
yesterday, and she insisted on sitting in the recliner. Sneaky dog.
Oh, precious puppies. Aren't the puppies precious? And I think at this age we don't have children to compare it against, but I feel like is it more precious, the doggies, than the children? I don't think that's fair to say, but they're tinier and they're more. They're just more.
So Basket
Noodle, the kids are like, go get a job. Can't tell them to go get a job.
Basket Noodle is bringing this up, and I don't know if I read this or if it was brought up in one of our other shows that Mercedes parts are on eBay's radar.
Totally well aware of that. I don't see how you can document used Mercedes parts, and I think that's one of the main components in selling. Up to this point, B-Nudes, what do you think about this? Up to this point, we're not worried about used stuff yet. So first, we're going to go through a little more time where they're going to bust brand new counterfeit stuff. So
right, it's pretty hard to counterfeit vintage stuff
when it's got age to it. And so this light is made by Bosch. The lens made by Bosch. It's not actually Mercedes, so it is a Bosch
Shopping with Cheryl.
part.
Aloha.
Aloha, Shopping with Cheryl. Welcome.
Yeah.
Dogs are so much better than kids.
They are. That's what
I love my nephew. I mean, he's a kid that we're close to, and he's great.
Well, better than your own kids, having your own kids.
I enjoyed having the grandparent caveat where it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to run this kid up the flagpole. We're going to fill him full of fruit punch.
Cheryl's
we're going to send him home. Thank you.
Nice. Flippin' Ain't Easy is in Vegas.
Oh, you're in the greater. Well, I know there's a lot of people actually out there. So you got sunny Las Vegas. The older people remember Jason T. Smith is out there. Flippin' Ain't Easy's out there. Is Biscuit Buns out there?
Oh yeah. He must be.
There's a lot of people
in
Vegas. How do you guys not trip over each other at the stores looking for stuff? It's a big, wide open world, and I guess that's one of our points is that there's so much stuff out there. I think how much did we spend over the summer? We have no actual numbers, just like less than $1,000 garage sale over the summer, and the one mask paid for everything.
More than paid for everything that we have spent.
And we had that that IBM keyboard that we just sold, which you don't know about necessarily. That might have been the members. We only showed the members, but I had a last weekend, I think. Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yes, we did talk about it.
Okay. So we have that. That was 900. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. I feel like I would like to take you down a story of our summer stuff, but then I would lose so much time creating that content that I couldn't sell more stuff.
Well, it sort of all sort of weaves into your title for today.
It does.
Yeah, old dog, new tricks.
And the second part, the happy feelings of joy happiness, how we are, I'm gonna sort of say it's like the cross section of motivation and reinvigorated in the reselling world. So guess what happens when you suck really bad and then you turn yourself around and you have some success doing that? You get motivated. And guess what happens when you build on that motivation?
What are you doing? You
You
can't
get
eat the light.
extra motivated, and then feelings, joy, happiness happen right in your own head.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think I've already mentioned this in at least one of our other shows, that going out and picking has been such a huge motivation
the best part of this job.
For me personally. And then it gives me motivation to work on our huge, massive death pile that we've had for years.
It's the biggest
Hey,
death pile.
Mike, aloha.
It's followed us around. It's used to be much bigger. It used to include pinball machines and video games, and then
Because I feel the new stuff that we pick up, it's just quick to get those listed instead of digging through our massive pile that we've had for 30 years.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Then we hit the pile too.
Yeah.
We're like,
that's what I
let's.
said. It motivates.
Well, it's like and I think everyone's talked about this, but it's like when you sell stuff, when you put new stuff on eBay, some of your old crap that's been there forever sells. If you especially put really good stuff on eBay, old crap sells. Same thing for us. We list some new stuff, and then some of that old crap gets listed. It's pretty magical.
Yeah. No matter what, that going out and buying stuff has been a huge.
If you don't get that rush,
personally.
that endorphin rush
Hey,
from
Biff,
making
aloha.
some awesome aloha Biff, awesome purchases, it's almost like, why am I even doing this? It's just a drag to just pull off a pile and list it.
We definitely have had a lot of success
what we
this summer.
Yeah,
because
we're the best. We're the best eBayers on the whole earth.
Because there have been, was it last year? I sort of felt like, gosh, we would do our loop. There's sort of a whole loop. And we would just not find anything.
But our brain set, our mentality was, don't waste.
So part of this new dog old tricks thing is we
Go
also
goofy.
were very set on always looking for vintage stuff, which is still our main focus.
I keep my
But now we are more open to non-vintage stuff.
Video games.
And partially thanks to you guys.
It's 100%. I'm watching.
You
I watch
guys
what
have motivated
everybody else
us
sells.
to look for other things.
I never would buy video games. And this weekend we got, so just in one box. So I bought an Xbox One, $20 on the thing, had a little box that had a game in it, FIFA 18. Not a big deal, but it was sealed. So take that over to the internet, Google Terra prick, and you put the number in there, and it comes out it's worth like $48 because it's sealed. Okay, good. Then there's a controller in there. I'm like, what's that controller? Can you hand that to me? I'm just going to use a prop here. This exact controller was in the box. You say, that's just a normal controller, James? Yes, but when I took off the battery compartment, a solid gold bar. No, not true. But in the same box was another box with a controller in it, sealed.
So
how much does one of these sell for sealed? $100. Might as well have been a gold brick.
We had a lot of success yesterday.
There's a $200 Magic Hat number 9 sign.
So, and this one yard
bucks.
sale, it
Who's
was
counting?
actually just around the block from us, and those were true garage
were
sale
garage
or yard
sales.
sale prices. They
There's no A in
weren't
it.
looking online to try to get an idea of
Garage.
how to sell anything.
$1.50.
just like-
A lady charged us 10 cents once, remember? I had to give her a quarter. I'm like, I
dollar?
can't even give you 10 cents.
They charged us $1 for the Alexa. What is it?
Oh, Alexa Show. It's second gen Alexa Show from like 2 years ago. I'm very.
Oh, she.
Hey, Alexa Show, you shut your mouth. Don't you listen.
No, she's off. Mine is off. But
Alexa, how
$1.
dare you?
Yeah, she's done.
Alexa, earmuffs.
No, no.
Oh, that activated her. She doesn't know what to do.
Anyhow.
Basket Noodle, how do we kill Alexa? Shh, don't say that. But anyway, so it's a video one, and it was $1, and they're like, it works. I'm like, sure. Wii with 3 games, all Mario, 2 of them brand new, one of them, you said one of them wasn't that great, but the other 2 were brand new, and the Wii itself looked like it, and this is how I could tell it was brand new, because it had one game in it, and it was like the Wii Fit game, and there was no fingerprints on the game at all. So this was obviously purchased for someone's mom or something. Like, here's a Wii, you can get fit. And she was like, oh, pink, put in the box later. So we got that.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
And
Thank you.
Ryan has a good point that
$5 for the Wii.
vintage stuff is drying up unless you want glassware. And right, that is another reason why we need to start pivoting and looking
Video
at
games.
more modern
GameStop
stuff.
just announced, that's Basket saying about one of our stores is a retro game.
They're going to be retro GameStop.
We actually talked about that last week, Basket Noodle, where we broke the news.
Well, we did a community post.
I'm trying to break news right now.
And I was like, oh, that stinks, because the mall that we have our GameStop in, there's a locally owned business that is all retro gaming and like collectibles like cards and stuff.
We don't have secret backdoor information about how much they make, but promise you it's impressive.
They are so this locally owned business is very successful, and I'm thinking, oh no, with GameStop changing retro, that's gonna really
they have a
theirs.
full retro game outfit where it's all vintage games, and they do Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. And then across the mall hallway, they have another store that's like it used to be a Walden's Books, where they do the tourneys, where the nerds sit there with their nerd boots on and their magic cloaks. And I guess they have a great time because it looks like fun, and they take their cards there and they play patty cakes, and they have a great time, and they charge for the privilege of the people going over there to play, bridge or whatever these card games are that the kids play these days. Thank you.
Well, right, and Basket Noodles is saying, so either it goes 2 ways, GameStop goes under, or more likely the manufacturers will start releasing the old titles new to retail like Atari has been doing. And Jen was saying that
Atari games are going up in price because of that new system. Well, the cartridges were not a lot, but now you can sell them for $10 when you used to not be able to do that.
And Jen was saying, you must not have a lot of video game resellers around you, because I don't find much decent stuff. Listen, we live in Vermont, so we have a lot of cold months, so people are
and they stock up, and I
think they play a lot of video games.
Smaller community, but record, it's pretty cutthroat for records, video games, anything. But you can't be everywhere at once, and we tend to have a lot of free time. So if we're going to hit these places up on Friday, while hopefully some of these people are installing car stereos or whatever, video game nerds do these days. And I'm totally joking, because I know a lot of people are resellers. So I've taken it upon myself, which actually kind of seems weird. Like, how would I take it if someone asked me if I'm a reseller? I think I would just be very happy. No one's actually done that yet. But I'm asking people if they're resellers just to know, like, we better go get a card. If you still
have this, why would I buy it from you?
No, not that. I want to know if they still have it, what's wrong with their business, and can I buy it for like pennies on the dollar? I'm looking for opportunity.
Yeah, you gotta, and you need to be a little more restrained, protective, and telling people we're resellers.
Yes, I do. Because
I read,
true. I think I heard ours twice now. this summer.
Yeah,
like we
sure.
killed a job because we said we were resellers, even though we were there buying all their crap. Like I just said, we were resellers, and that was like,
you gotta zip it.
oh, I'm embarrassed. We all need to be ashamed of ourselves.
I
now.
was reading somebody was at a church
I'm
sale,
ashamed.
and the ladies, the volunteers were like, "Oh, you buying this? Blah blah blah," and the reseller is like, "Oh, I'm a reseller," and they said, "Oh no, we're not selling these to you. We don't want resellers."
Oh, but that's
here.
when I go full postal and bust out my Zima-filled super soaker, and those nuns get doused.
But I also feel too that the sweet woman, Andy Samena, the sweet woman
ding.
that
Exactly.
sold us some of her son's
I mean,
stuff.
this is a different situation,
I
but not
feel
really.
like she seemed interested in that we were resellers.
I'm going to tell the story now.
I think that that sort of turned her off too.
It did. Okay, so here was the deal.
You opened your mouth and said that.
I did. I like to be honest with people. I don't mind it. I'm not ashamed, really. And then, so what happened was, my plan was to, and she was a very outgoing lady, and I thought it would be cool to interview her too. So here was my big Mr. Beast scenario I had going in my head. So we buy these shirts that used to be her son's. I put them on eBay, and I also, in those, which you wouldn't let me do, in those ads, kind of do a little bit of, like, just a little bio on him and say, you know, how loved he was in the community. And that would be cool. Then I would sell all these things, and I'd make about, we bought them for $5 a piece. She set the price. We just bought them at that. And we sold the first shirt, sold for $180 out of that. And I was kind of like, you know, well, next time we talk to her, we're going to go back. We'll give her half of the money that we've made from these shirts. Maybe less, don't know exactly, you know, just give her a portion of the shirt money. We didn't get that far. That's my point. I don't know what I would have done because we didn't get that far.
Well, she messaged and she said,
no, thank you.
She said,
you
I'm
can
going
go to hell.
She just messaged out of the blue, and because we left it with, hey, just let us know when you're ready.
But
you know, and we'll help
I wasn't going to tell her.
stuff.
I was going to interview her about her son and do like a little thing for our channel and talk to her about it. And then at the end, spring it on her like a superstar. Be like, you know what? You know, your son's shirts went to the first shirt went to Japan. None of the other ones have sold yet, but I haven't been focusing on them because I put them in the back burner kind of. But they are for sale if you'd like to go check them out. Punk rock stuff. And then I would have given her the money on screen, and then we would have made 10,000 views, and then we'd be eBay. I mean, we'd be YouTube stars. Thank you.
So yeah, she messaged me and she said, "Oh, I just want to let you know I'm going to be bringing them to a local shop and resale shop."
Yeah, that's what she said.
I said, "Okay."
That's what she said. She said that.
But I think a lot of it is because she has a pretty strong connection with the community here. The you know, artistic and music community here. And I think that for her, it would make her feel better knowing that the stuff stays locally, maybe. So anyhow,
I think you have to show people that the world wants her son, not just the local. And if she's sharing, share.
Well, and we do.
But I'm not, I mean, that would be stupid for me to tell her how to feel. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, I don't, yeah. I get a feeling that that's not the type of person she is.
I mean, it's not like the person she donated him to doesn't sell stuff on eBay. I mean, that he does. So
but
it's goofy.
Yeah,
whatever.
Anywho. So, yeah, Jen was saying she really
Thank you, Midwest Picker. Smash that like button.
Oh, thank you.
Subscribe. Tell all your friends about auction. Primo, Kimo.
Mike was saying I'm sorry. Jen was saying she rarely tells anyone that she's a reseller, and Andy was like, "Yes, hello resellers, shame."
You Midwest Picker said running the 38 off sale got you nothing. So last week when sales definitely slowed down last weekend, and I know that this is, even though I don't have like a checklist, I know that this time of week, right as it straddles the kids going back to school, our business is always crickets. It usually isn't in August too, but we sold hot stuff like car parts, old Mercedes parts. These lenses are endless rewards. So we bought a whole lot of these lenses for $200. We're well over $2,000 on them at this point in the past month and a half, or 2 months, 3 months. How long have we been selling them? For a while. Anyway, they make your eye really big, and they also sell for a lot of money. So that's cool. And you have to get them at a like a cinema that's going out of business. That's what's up.
And
that's what's up.
So it's continuing Basket Noodle's story.
Car parts came from a decade-old acquaintances, like me, going out into the world and making acquaintances. The car parts are 10 years old story. I would say these lenses are probably a 10-year-old story too, from when we first spoke to the movie guy. I mean, he didn't call us and tell us to come buy the stuff when it was for sale. We actually saw it on Craigslist. But once, we got there, he was familiar with us enough and he gave us a really good deal and blah, blah, blah. So those two things have nothing to do with garage sales. That's my point. Thank you. Can you talk? I'm going to take a break for about 1/2 hour.
Are you sure you want to stop?
Okay. Thank you for asking.
But Basket Noodle was just finishing up what he was saying about he used to be part owner of a game store, and they had like 7 locations, and he said something about they would send employees into like Best Buy and Walmart to buy inventory, it sounded like, for their store. And then he said when their stores were open and they had 3 in the malls, and then next the yellow caution tape, and they never reopened. And the WTF, he was saying that I'm sitting on a mountain of PC and Amiga games. Experience shows that even the biggest crap sells. I'm sometimes amazed. And yeah,
Amiga is hot, though.
Amiga for sure.
We did that was Amiga. 2 years ago. We were just, and then so the Amiga stuff was the last super expensive. We knew that was our last egg of like a sell-through rate crap. Amiga's like, you can't keep Amiga stuff. So we did that. And then after selling the huge, because that was what was in our storage, that we went, this stuff's worth a ton, let's sell this. And after we sold that, everything else was fracking the Hoard. And then we started going smalls with the records and listing thousands of those Chip Hobart records. So I don't know what else I have to say about that, except for we did change our whole way of doing things last year. And then we sucked at it really, really bad until June of this year. It took us about a year to change our business, realize we sucked. Once we realized we sucked, it didn't take long to pivot and selling the same items, just do it differently. But it took the old dogs almost a year to stop beating our heads against the wall and say, I don't care how much I spent on any given item, getting it out the door is that's our job, right?
Well, and then the other thing too,
and then buy new stuff to replace the old stuff.
The other thing too is,
I'm supposed to be quiet
about
blah blah blah.
Us. I'm really tired right now.
Me too. I'm so tired.
Why
what did we do?
Like...
We did nothing. We didn't even do anything. I drove around. There's a bike race downtown. I had to go the long way around.
This show
today.
puts me to sleep. It's like when I go into like Costco, I'm just
like,
our
own show puts you to sleep. Take that. How about now you're gonna make me bring out the big guns.
Oh no!
Nobody's sleeping through this. Wake up! Okay, sorry, Beard. I didn't want to give him enough time to get to the window.
Oh wait, he just.
Oh, he's gone.
He jumped out of the car.
Again, thankfully he stays on the first floor.
Look at him, he's crying.
It's just best that you stay on the first floor.
How dare you?
Oh,
Primo Kimo is a kinky sucker. Okay, thank you. This is waking me up, unfortunately.
There you go. You're welcome.
But Basket Noodle gets all of this like crazy information and shares it with us. But
isn't Basket Noodle the one that is always, or is it Nashville Tea that
his ex works like government and stuff?
But it's either, because I sometimes get them both confused about the hatred of retail arbitrage.
Well, anyhow, Basket Noodle is just saying now.
He hates it. He's like, I hate it, but he had stores that did it.
That they are now, supply chain is putting some sort of tracking data in games and stuff to see
if stores go and buy them and then resell them.
And
and then what do? They get you with the kinky sucker.
They want to stop retail arbitrage, and if they can prove sourcing to competitors selling, it's a predatory conduct.
So let me ask you, this weekend I bought, okay, so let's just talk about some other cool things that I bought because I'm so great at picking. I got a videotape of Star Trek Ride at Universal Studios. Go look at that for a second. Okay, I will. I'm going to show it to you because I just want to add up all the cool things you bought this weekend and all the cool, can we do that?
Yeah, so there was this other sale we went to, which had been going on since Friday, and we got there on Saturday. And they had a whole bunch of like DVDs and stuff that were still sealed. So even if they were crappy movies, we were like, we're just gonna buy them. They were like 10 cents wet. Each.
They were out in the rain the night before.
And, put them in our media store.
Star Trek Universal Studios VHS tape. Wait till you see this, kids. Take me to the limit one more time. Don't look at the top one. That's not impressive. Look at all the other ones.
It's an auction.
I know. Here, I gotta go sold. So as you can see, and we'll go highest first because ours is perfect. It got a little rained on, but it looks great. Look at this, $124. Ours will sell for. I'm gonna put it up for 130 because that's how I roll. And then and tons of people will look at it. I'll send out $25 offer. This will sell within 24 hours of me putting it up.
25% off offer, not $25.
I say a lot of different words that don't make sense. But pretend like you're looking at me through like one of those little red pieces of cellophane, and you can see what I actually mean, not what I'm saying. But anyway.
You mean what?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. You got it.
You're saying we need a 3D like microphone to translate or to?
No, actually, iPhone 18 has a brand new translate feature, and they're gonna have Primo.
He's the beta tester for the.
I'm on beta 7
for iPhone updates.
I think beta 7 right now
of iPhone 18, which
it's weird.
They just did the 17.7 update.
Oh right,
came
so
out,
I'm on 18.5.
He's already 18.5, and it's weird. I'm. Like, go to his phone, and I'm like, oh, this.
The calculator is different. The phone calls. It just it's got more data for you.
Can they fix the stinking camera?
Can they make the camera and the phone work a little bit? Can I get reception when I'm like below a tower, please? Thank you.
Do you want to go big?
No. I want you to look at how much money we're gonna make from a stupid videotape. But it does look like it's about $100. I mean, look at that. I mean,
yeah,
really.
And it seems like each one somehow is unique because this has an invoice number on the VHS label. It has.
What I think it does, this is what I think, is that they are made.
Can you click on that one to show the spine?
They may be made on the spot.
No, like up above.
They're not made ahead of time.
Yeah, see, look at invoice number, product number.
Was the Star Trek Adventure at Universal Studios? Did you get taken behind the stage and 10 people were chosen from the audience and then you went and did it? Was that what the adventure was? Because in that case, it would make sense that each one is individual to a
sort of like when you take a ride and they take photos. It was like, you can have your own video of your YouTube. I found a video on YouTube. These guys bought one of these and they were watching it, and it looks like the Star Trek show.
I remember it, but I just can't remember it. You know, I'm 55.
I mean, I only watched it for 10 seconds.
I got CRS disease. Can't remember. Shiza. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, anyway, feeling good about that
thing. Yeah, these people bought it, and I don't think they ever actually watched it.
Well, this particular thing was a donations. What was it for? It was a charitable thing.
Oh, they were raising money. They were so fun, and
They were popping bottles.
they were like, "Let's open a little bottle of champagne," and they're pop pop, and it's like all sunny, and they were just having fun. And it was the second or third day of the sale, so they were like,
day.
"Oh, just make an offer, just take it." They had us take stuff like, "Just take it."
But
take it.
here's a this was there. This is in a box at the thing, and I see it immediately because I got the womp womp womp. But not everyone's gonna see something like that. I'm like,
there was
Star
definitely
Trek
a
Adventure,
picker there.
Universal.
That woman, she got the what are those called? Logs.
Yeah, to me, she appeared like a full-fledged hoarder. She didn't look like she gave stuff
Lincoln
up.
Logs, like an old box of vintage.
She had a
Lincoln
hoarder
logs.
vibe to me. Like this, it's the exact same. It's the exact same thing as we have
that we put out.
Except for she looked like she wasn't going to get rid of it. This is part of her therapy.
But she was getting good stuff though. Like she had a cute belt, and I was like, "Dang it!"
Yeah.
And I saw she was like eyeing our stuff.
Yeah, she was.
She was like, "What do you got there? Do you want to go back now?"
That's the sound of her.
If only we had gone. Oh, she did say that she was there the previous day.
Yeah, she was coming back for a second, and she missed this VHS tape, so she's not much of a picker.
Shopping with Cheryl, she's saying that her brother was a hoarder, and it was crazy to clean his house after he passed.
Yeah, I'm just saying that this lady looked like she might have a couple, like maybe her water's turned off, and she's got a couple bottles, if you know what I'm saying.
Wait, what did you say? I was reading. Huh?
Whenever you watch the Hoarders, the thing is that their water's always shut off, and then they put all their body fluids into bottles and jars and stuff.
What about the solids, solids?
They do it. They have a system.
They get a litter box?
You know what they say in business? You've got to have repeatable systems, and these Hoarders have repeatable systems for their own duty.
So,
do we touch all the bases? Duty. I'm sick of. I don't really want to bring up death anymore. I'm sick of it.
If only Hoarders had better taste. Yeah, seriously.
Seriously,
they usually don't have good stuff.
Biff, have you seen which? I've got to. I'll find it for Wednesday. The episode of Amazing Stories, 1980s. Steven Spielberg produced. There's the one that has Luke Skywalker in it, and he's like, there's like a crazy leprechaun elf, and he's like blah 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 blah, and then he saves all his crap. And then his parents hate him, and then he lives in a shack, and then the shack's gonna get torn down, but he's got all his stuff in his car, and his car's like a Duesenberg or something, and he drives into town, and this is the 80s, and the lady buys his these
Primo, Kimo,
those mugs.
Baby, let's kick it, sucker.
In the 80s, these like mugs of heads were like very expensive, and she's like, I'll buy that from you for $10,000, and then he enjoyed like the last few days of his life. Anyway, spoiler alert, go check out that episode. He kept the good stuff is my point.
So Mike and Basket Noodle are talking about this retail arbitrage and stuff, which Basket Noodle was saying like it is actually illegal or something, like for stores to go and buy and then resell. I think he was saying that.
For stores to do that.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No, but they're talking and and Mike was saying to Basket Noodle, everything in reselling is going to be controlled by government and larger companies for sure. Our future is so
not
bright.
me. You can't get me, copper.
But
right? Am I right?
Is it more for like the arbitrage stuff, like buying new stuff and reselling it?
The thing is what they're really what I think the issue is. It's all about controlling income and keeping people stray-aided into class systems. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. But the thing is I'm okay. I'm okay in the 120 to 160,000 a year. I can live on that.
Well, I'm just
and pay taxes.
Like with
Walmart
everything. And stuff in their marketplace, and now they're like doing something to help third-party sellers fulfill orders.
It's interesting. I mean, they're making new avenues, revenue streams from themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. No matter what the future, whatever the future brings to us, it's gonna be it's a navigation. We're gonna be navigating stuff on all sides. So, and if it doesn't come from one place, it comes from another. If the government doesn't have their hand out, then your friends and family do, or somebody, I don't know. It's all it's all the same.
Was it the Profit Playbook podcast?
That's where all the important stuff is said, except for those misty.
I think Beard
Thursday
was
night
saying how, like having something listed on Amazon and then on eBay, and how having it on eBay it was like less expensive, but that isn't selling on eBay. And I was thinking how I personally have always thought of eBay more as a secondhand, website, find vintage stuff.
But they don't want that. They want their
and that's why I'm
grubby
thinking
mitts and
people
everything.
why maybe new items don't necessarily sell quick, or even if they're at a lower price than Amazon, they aren't selling because I wouldn't go to eBay looking for new product. I go to eBay looking for old product. I would go to Amazon looking for brand new product.
I don't go to eBay looking for new consumables, meaning toilet paper or something weird like that. Like I definitely wouldn't go to eBay first for that. But when it comes to packaging materials for eBay for shipping, I would check both places, and Amazon often has an edge. For like stay flats or something.
We came across a sale this weekend locally, a yard sale, and it was like a couple, and the guy had all of the used video games, and they were clearly like used, but she had all of this like brand new laundry detergent, house cleaning supplies,
And it was all
diapers.
It wasn't
toilet
fake
paper.
stuff, or it wasn't. It was brand name stuff, I should say.
And like some even like Michael Kors handbags and Coach and some clothing,
Almost a
Lululemon,
glut
and we were just
of awesome stuff.
Where do you get all this stuff around here? Like, we don't have anything like that around here. Where would they get all that crap? But
well, I mean, they had like 10 good bags, but the bags were all whatever you call a bag. They weren't like a nice. They were just like a tote. Weren't they all just like totes?
There was a really nice Fry.
They were nice
leather
totes.
Fry tote bag.
Like we've got that Coach tote, but it is just a tote.
Yeah.
It's like you just put your garbage in that and
Shopping
carry it
with
from your car.
Cheryl, she's saying, I go to eBay to look for discounted newer items.
Okay. So I mean, I think that there's definitely a sweet spot where you look at both. And then there's used stuff in general. I don't go to Amazon for at all. Although I do happen to know from time to time, besides books, there are also other used things on there. It's not my first go-to. Always eBay.
So Ryan is saying they're couponers. They do that here. They literally steal coupons from the Sunday papers to buy detergent and resell it. I saw it all the time at Walgreens when I worked there. I mean, but literally, she had so much.
I would say they're on the ball. So then we thought, did it fall off the back of a truck? But there was only one thing of scope, and then there was a whole bunch of.
No, there was one thing of Listerine, and then a whole bunch of things of scope. But
Ryan
of
could be
household
onto
supplies.
They're hustler. They're hustling. There's some sort of hustle going on there. Can't put our finger on it, but that seems like an answer to that question. And the gentleman of the house, seemed to be focusing on the video games, and she was doing clothing and detergents or house products.
Yeah, and Cheryl was saying Las Vegas is full of those pallet buyers, but we don't.
How do you know what we have?
Where are pallet things around here? I don't know.
Honestly,
I have no idea.
I'm wondering. How do you know?
Yeah.
But Miss Lachey saying couponer too. It was a weird thing I haven't seen before. So we've definitely pulled up on garage sales where there's a whole bunch of crap that looks like that, and when you get closer, it's names you've never heard of.
Yeah, but this was
the first,
the brands.
all full good brands.
But
I think the prices
clothing,
were more than we would
clothing.
pay, though, weren't they?
I don't even know.
Like when we looked at the scope, we're like, sure, we'll take some, and it was like not cheap-ish. I mean, it was probably cheap if I really had to have it. Gotta have it, like the big size at Cold Stone Creamery. If I got,
I guess I guess, yeah, that's the first we've ever like seen someone having a sale like that. We haven't actually been to our flea markets this year.
Yes.
But
that's what I asked.
Like
I was like, do you guys flea market?
but
And then we ran across this little guy with a bunch of knives. This crazy little guy that was massaging his orange Harley.
he's like, my name is if you have any questions.
You know, he's like, Harley's not for sale. He's cute. He looks like a nice guy. He had like, I don't even know, 100 knives. And I was like, what exactly do we do with these knives? And he's like, look, you just go like this and you open, just open the knives. I'm just like, people with the knives, like how many knives do you need?
How do I close it? And the woman there's like, oh God,
why don't you
don't chop your finger off. And I'm just like, can you just let the kid close it?
And I'm like, there is a possibility that I might be walking along and all of a sudden I'm caught in like some sort of sling situation and I'm hanging by my ankle. And I'm going to wish I had this knife. But the knife would look like the Abominable Snowman's tactical thing. It was like white and orange, shiny, and like all these colors, and it was just a big claw. And I kind of get like, you know, you do want a knife sometimes. This guy wanted it like 100. He has a knife for every occasion.
So Ryan is saying that they're used to, when he was at Walgreens, this lady would come in and get entire carts free. She would be incredibly PO'd if she had to spend more than $5. So wait, the coupons are for free? I don't understand.
But don't you have to like? Aren't there like those secret things that's only worth 1/1,000,000th of a cent and only one per coupon per visit? All those like little rules? No.
Huh.
We got to get on this. Do we need a new business where we enforce coupon regulations? No. There's an opportunity out there.
Coupons from the Sunday paper. So they're like, huh. I guess that's a whole thing that I have no understanding of. I mean, I know that there are those couponers that years ago I would hear about them, how they would get tons of product for like $10 at the grocery store.
That was before reselling, I guess. So that was just for personal use.
They know how to stack. Biff is saying they know how to stack coupons for max.
Well, I feel like I'm missing out. Why don't I get to know how to do this?
Let's try to get through all of our stuff, and then we can maybe move on. But
I need to buy more stuff.
But that time, though, then Basket Noodles, talk about all of this retail arbitrage and stuff.
I want to I want to stuff some stacker coupons. I want to be a coupon stacker sticker.
AO was saying there's a show on Netflix about extreme couponing.
Well, that's okay. I actually have seen that before. I mean, and I'm like, well, that's a show I'll never watch. But
Tamara said that she used to be great at couponing. Wait, on Silver Hair Stacker's show, they were making fun of one of the dudes because he said coupon. And they're like, it's coupon.
It's coupon. I say coupon.
I say coupon.
I'm not doing any coupon.
I actually went online when they were talking about that.
Well, it's C-O-U. Cupid is coupon.
And they were saying it's either, but in the U.S.,
yes.
I think it is more common to say coupon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in
Take
Europe,
that to the
they
bank.
say coupon, but it is... Right, Biff says instead of people using coupons, they just leave with the stuff now, which is
they just walk out.
True.
You want to see my coupon?
What is John is saying? Many years ago, when I worked the 6 to 2:30 a.m. shift, we had downtime, and I clipped coupons. Then went over to the store about 24 hours and double coupons. Oh, got stuff for next to nothing. Right? Okay.
Yeah. Now, I guess you could do that on a
double coupons.
day-to-day basis.
Double coupons.
Doopy.
Coupons.
That was not even a racist accent. I just said coopy poopy.
Oh. Yeah, I would hope it wasn't. I have no idea what
I got a lot of sounds in my head. I got a lot of sounds up there.
Tamara was saying Price Chopper would double $8 coupon and I would get free items. Do stores do double coupons? They must if people are saying that.
I'm trying to think in my life, when was the last time I used a coupon? I mean, I have done.
Coupon. Silver Hair saying coupon.
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 Coop. It's Cupid, right? Cupid.
Do a survey.
So if you have an E, okay, we'll do a survey.
Is it Q or Q?
We haven't done one in a long time.
I know.
How do you
Hold
do
on,
it?
we're gonna do a. Do you remember how to do that?
No. I think you have to do it from here. A plus.
Start a
unit,
poll.
Start a poll.
CUE
Coupon.
or COO.
Coupon.
PP.
Yeah.
PP.
Don't just you talk to him.
So, the last time, Biff was saying the last time I used a coupon, it was probably for free dessert at Golden Corral. I'm trying to think. Oh, I use online coupons to Primo Kimo. Let's kick it, sucker. I don't know why I just did that, because I'm thinking I keep saying coupon and it's probably irritating at least Silver Hair Stacker. So I figured I'll spread it out and I'll sing Primo Kimo Kick It Sucker too. Anyhow, Biff was saying, yeah, I use online coupons when I seldomly purchase stuff online. I'll look for coupons, but and then at our grocery store, we have their app and you can clip them through the app, and then you just type in your phone number or scan your unique barcode for your app, and it will redeem the coupons for you.
I'll redeem your coupon for you.
And will only be allowed forever.
It's the law.
Oh my goodness, you are hilarious.
What's crazy is that look at the number up here. I mean, it's really hovering around 50-50. Yeah. So it's a colloquialism.
It is.
That's like an aunt or aunt. Nobody says
to
aunt
the Google.
unless you're 1920s on East Egg. That's a reference to Great Gatsby. Is it East Egg? I can't even remember. Yeah, it's East Egg.
WTF was saying, I say Gutschin. John says, just don't ask Josh Galt how to say it.
Well, he'll say something Canadian that will sound totally different. Like copion or something.
Oh.
Copion. It's a copion.
A copion.
That's how they say it in Canada. Sorry, Josh.
Bean, 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 bean.
We got it? Oh, come on, guys. You can't just leave me hanging with the perfect 50-50.
Okay,
well, give it a couple more seconds.
And that seems like the...
looks like it's
yeah, what Google says too either is really correct, but I swear it said that coupon was more common in the U.S.
Coupon or coupon?
Coupon.
Well, this chat is an exact cross-section of all of America.
Yeah,
so
we are across from east to west, you know? Coupon and the sale bill.
I will wait 10 more seconds for all registered voters in the state of this chat to vote. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doink. Coupon wins, it looks like, by 3%.
Coupon. Okay.
Where'd it go now?
Which one is correct? It will be only allowed forever. Oh, yeah. Coupon dropped to 47%.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, that's how things change in this topsy-turvy world of ours. You never know. One day you're saying coupon, the next day you're saying coupon. We don't know. We don't know.
Texas Bandit is saying since Kroger is buying up all the other supermarkets,
aluminium
coupons are being phased out, but they do send out their members' choices discounts all the time.
Aluminium. We get we've had to, since the downgrading of our lifestyle here due to eBay, we get a whole bunch more store brands than we ever used to. I used to be anti-store brand, and there's a reason for it. But there's also a good reason for it too.
Because then you buy the eye drops that are store brand, and then your eyeballs fall out because there's some bacteria in it.
It's an issue. But the store brands, while cheaper, don't have the same profiles, flavor or whatnot profiles. They're just not as quite as robust usually. But you can definitely fill in the blanks. Go buy some of the good stuff and then cut it like a crack dealer, and cut your cheese. You can cut your cheese by, use like 25% good cheese, cut it with the 75% store cheese. No one's going to know, but you're still going to get a little hint of that, good cheese profile. That's what I'm saying.
AO is saying, have you seen the rotisserie chicken guy with the barcode printed on his shirt so his chicken doesn't get scanned with the UV light at Costco? What? No, I have not, and I don't understand.
No, don't look at.
Why does that even?
Don't
matter?
look at anything under the UV light except for some Vaseline glass. Biff is saying, Kirkland is a brand that we do trust. The only thing that Kirkland, so if I've got to pick a problem with everything, which is fun to do, they're so predatory how they invite really good companies in with their product, whatever it is. And they let them just go crazy in Costco. And then all of a sudden they're like, oops, we just developed the exact same thing, but now it's a Kirkland product. Inevitably, the Kirkland's going to be a little less profiled than the original thing, but it's much closer than a regular store brand, I think. And so Shaw's grocery store on the East Coast and Safeway, that's very important information here I'm sharing here. You'll hear this nowhere else on a eBay show ever. You will never ever. So in Safeway, that's a West Coast brand, which you guys are familiar with on the West Coast, right? And Shaw's here in New England, they have the same store brands. It's called Lucerne. No, it's called. Is it called Lucerne? Biff, please, somebody, Safeway people. The store brand for Safeway and the store brand for our other store here on the West Coast, they're not owned by the same people, but there's one producer somewhere in America that they just make these for all different stores, and we don't know what's going on. You see, right? Lucerne, it is Lucerne. Thank you, Biff. So I like to go sometimes to Shaw's. And I'm like, hey, I'm fancy, like I'm in California buying the store brand, but here we are.
We noticed that our grocery store here, the beef, their store brand beef, the organic was from Austria, right? Or Australia.
Thank you. Yeah, like New Zealand or Australia.
Yeah.
They export a lot of beef from over there. They just got a big island. They just got a bunch of cows on them as well. If they could put a big dome over it and then siphon the gas.
Biff is saying
Lucerne.
Oh.
Steve Lucemi? You need glasses, lady.
Is that seriously an R and an N?
Yeah, here, wait. Put my glasses on. You need stronger glasses.
That's not an M?
Put them both on, maybe. You might need both.
Oh, God.
Does that help? Does that help? Wait, sweetie, you need new glasses. No, it's Lucerne. I actually called it and Biff verified.
That's why phones are so great, because I use my phone so often to zoom in on things. Oh.
Todd says Australian beef has
it still looks like an M to
no
me.
more than 7% koala. And those are just the ones that were playing around the abattoir that fell into the vat.
What's no more than
beef
7%
vat.
koala?
The meat from Australia.
Silver hair.
It's got a little roux in there too, maybe. A little roux in your shoe. How do you do? Thank you.
Baskin Noodle was saying to Texas Bandit, but in regards to Kroger taking over, I think that by law, any business has to respond to a state AG inquiry or face this.
What kind? Is this some sort of serious discussion? How dare you? How dare you?
Baskin Noodle, I am interested in watching it play out.
How dare you?
Antitrust arguments.
We're talking about meat from other places. Imported meat. I did see that Biff Boffo. I'm trying to think of what Bonnie Hubbard is, but it does remind me of how the absolute best. Okay, yeah, right. So we did drink Shasta. At one point, there was a little phase of Shasta soda. I mean, I didn't have it. Probably friends, like they had it at their house, and I wanted to go drink it. But they had Verner ginger ale, and that was the best ginger ale in California. And I always thought it was California. It was from Michigan. Can you believe it's from Michigan? I have been outwitted.
Shasta on camping trips was
Yes.
a must.
And they came out with the Tiki Punch. And it was you want to wow Shasta.
Oh yeah.
I just remember the ad. I had a brain bubble burst when I remembered the theme song. You want to wow Shasta. You're welcome. Can you pat my back now? We'll get that part of the show out of the way.
I was reading that.
I don't deserve it. This is just a...
Tamara is saying, I used to love drinking Tab in high school in the 80s. Yeah, and then they no longer make Tab.
My auntie drank it in the 70s in the bottles. I like the bottle.
You know how eBay is allowing buyers to cancel an order as long as it hasn't shipped? Supposedly, there's been an increase in...
T-Ban loves the Verners, too. Increase in Verner's toxification.
An increase of sellers marking orders as shipped without uploading tracking numbers, and people are saying, is it because sellers are trying to not get...
Did we ship that shelf out?
Fresca. I liked Fresca. Wasn't
Did we ship the shelf? Did we ship the shelf? We didn't ship the shelf out, Bridget.
I can't hear you.
What is that right next to you? Oh, we're busted.
Oh, God.
I was supposed to ship that on Friday.
Can
I blame it on you if eBay police come?
I don't know. I think
Are you going to protect me?
I think we got really derailed.
We just, the dog. Somebody help us.
Wow, I don't think we've ever done that before.
That's not ideal. Don't show your shame. Hide yourself. Don't look at us. No.
To expedite that, that's going to be like crazy expensive.
Brian's like, what was that? There's somebody at the door.
What?
eBay's here. Why didn't we? That's not good because should have shipped it. It was paid for on Thursday. We're gonna have to take it to one of the places that's open today.
Right? Is UPS or FedEx open on Labor Day?
I think they are. We have to take it there now. We don't have a choice.
Oh, great.
It's Pokey. How dare you? Pokey. So, yes. To summarize, we're the greatest eBayers on earth. Now, if you finish the entire show, you will realize that's not true. But we'll start off with that every show. And then halfway through, we realize had a little too much Fresca. Now, did you know that Fresca was always a diet drink, too? I didn't know that the old Fresca.
Hey, out picking
Aloha.
up a huge lot. Oh, picking up a huge lot of ephemera. Yeah, catch the replay later. Have fun. And
that's what we look for too now.
Congrats on the score there.
Maybe next time I want to show you that big box of magazines and see if we're supposed to cut those up.
Oh, you know the YouTube eBay woman Rachel Strickland? Mm-hmm. I was on. What was I on?
She's married to Principal Strickland from Back to the Future.
On Reddit, and I had this like sponsored ad from Whatnot show up in my Reddit, and it's her doing an ad for Whatnot.
Yeah, she does do Whatnot ads.
Yeah,
she's
and
one of their big.
In the ad, she was talking about
me.
Vintage.
Was she talking about me?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God.
She was talking about vintage magazines and how she
cuts them up.
No, she did a Whatnot show and sold all these vintage magazines. It was just a Whatnot show with vintage magazines.
Okay.
And
what should we do? Should we sell them all? We could sell those with the Atari cartridges, maybe.
Tamara, 30 orders. Wow.
Really,
had
Tamara?
30
That's great.
orders this weekend.
Our
That's
sales.
incredible.
I don't have to ship out anything today. Well, I got to ship out a shelf. And then maybe we have like 5 things. It actually really did slow down between
awesome,
last
Tamara.
weekend and this
Good.
weekend. But we were out buying, so it didn't feel like it was slow.
Should I go grab a box? Biff is
Sure. Yeah.
asking.
Go ahead. So you can actually, it's easier than just showing them. I mean, the magazines that I'm talking about
My
are
hair is really nasty.
magazines. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah. Magazines that I have collected. We've never sold them. I guess we sold maybe 3 or 4 of them, which were 1930s House Beautiful type magazines. But some of these that we have here are pretty good. I just don't, not necessarily, the covers aren't necessarily perfect because I've been, putting them from one place to another for 20 years. So they get a little beat up. And then I really didn't put them in plastic until more recently. Sweetie, are you bringing that whole box?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's...
Ouch.
You're goofy.
Where are the radios? Move them.
You're crazy, I'm telling you.
Oh.
I didn't really show the radios either.
Oh, Lord.
Here, I'll show a radio. These are the radios that I got that I'm selling. They're from like 1960s. This particular one, these are all Becker radios from Mercedes, Porsche, and they tend to do something different with the knobs. This particular one is from a 1969 BMW 3.0 CS, and is a really they go, if they work, they run about $500. If they don't work, they run about $250, which is also nice. Thank you. Now, Biff asked about this crap. This is you see at the top there?
Oh, look.
It says, "Congratulations, James and Bridget." This is from where our friends took us to dinner when we were getting married. And they took us to this place called something in San Mateo, California. Town. Biff, do you know them? Town. And it was a restaurant group, kind of a trendy restaurant group. I remember it was really good. Anyway, that's in there with it. Then, if anybody needs a whole bunch of Princess Diana newspapers that Linda McCartney, this bunch of death papers, I guess. When people die, you keep the papers. Diana dies. Look at that. Perfect example. Anybody need these? I can sell them right now. Should we give the stack of papers away? See, here's a book I haven't sold because it's missing the corner, but
Major win! Aloha!
it's one of those things I don't necessarily need to put in the world, but at the same time, it's missing the corner, which is why I haven't actually done that. Here is an example, July 1949 Family Circle. And I kept magazines, you only picked them up because they were right there. And I would only usually pick them up if the cover looked like kind of fun.
Major Win and Road.
Major Win's here?
They're out on some clothing pickups.
You're out on safari?
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're out
Yeah,
on
they're out
clothing
on
safari.
We appreciate you too.
So, and then I have things like this, Biff. So there was 1949. Now we've popped back up to 63. I don't know if these Look magazines have any value as far as ephemera. I guess it depends on what's in it. So do 1960s cars? Maybe people do like those. Major Will, thank you very much.
Thank you. Aloha to you too. Very sweet. Thank you.
I see Biff saying I have a killer menu collection that I found in Berkeley. We'll show you our collection someday. That's another thing to share. I have all the tiki bars, a lot of tiki bars from around the U.S. of A. Wait, a Pioneer 9800 basket niddle. Is that good? I think it is. Let's see. Because I was going to say you got to take it apart. If it doesn't work, take it apart.
We have a bunch of
Part it out.
Architectural Digest.
Oh, so these aren't. Yeah, these aren't vintage, but we bought these from an architect who made
silver hair. Thank you.
Silver hair with a blue hair. We ended up getting these by the.
They were
12,
curb, right? Were they curb?
12 episodes. What do you call it? By the year. So we got about 5 or 6 years worth of these, and we've already sold a few years off for like $120. So these are definitely a good magazine to get, but I think they might have only sold because they were like in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but those are cool though.
Yeah. This is actually one of the last menus from the Castaway in San Mateo that was on what's it called, Coyote Point, in San Mateo area. American Ho.
1934. This
is
90 years old.
So that's a 1934 thing, and then it has. So do you guys are these the kind of magazines you would take apart and sell them?
How cool is this? Official detective.
And then I have a couple detective mags. Those are not quite risque, but they're, they're a different vibe than these magazines. Biff has so many architectural digests. Just pick the Rolex ads. The suggestion is as watches. Okay. So it depends. Oh. So Biff, like if you had old Rob Report magazines, I wonder, those are like, luxury crap magazines. I wonder if those would do well. And car ads from the 60s are good sellers. VW, probably the best.
There's a few Post magazines, Life.
Yeah, I kind of like, those were the ones I have the understanding from a child that these aren't the magazines that have high value. But they're cool, and some of them probably have good subject matter. But in general, the big format magazines, Post or Look or Life, they might have some value, but it would be by the issue.
There's a person who just said framed Rolex ads. So we need to find the luxury item ads.
Biff, it's not it's just the outside. But whatever. If you need this, I have a couple. So if you want one of these, send me your address. I'll send it to you. Oh, here's a great one. So this, I lived in Menlo Park, grew up in Menlo Park, California 94025, and down the street, I grew up in the town that Sunset Magazine was from.
Yeah, I remember walking by that.
We went to the headquarters and stuff. Those are all, I think they're all QuickBooks now. There's some tech company. But 1955 with, I think it has the very first Thunderbird in it somewhere. Oh my gosh, Anderson's Pea Soup. What? Hold on. Now I'm going to get lost.
Shopping with Cheryl remembers Sunset Magazine.
Look at that. Californians. Anderson Pea Soups. Flippin' Ain't Easy will totally remember that. And everyone knows the Andersons. I mean, this is a advertisement for pea soup in a can, but you could actually go to their restaurants, and there's a couple of them in California. I'm not sure how many. Oh, wow. This one's got all kinds of
Jenna!
Stuff in it.
Good morning, friends.
Aloha, Jenna. Welcome. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be starting the show by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because people are everywhere.
True. They are everywhere. All at once.
Everywhere, all the time. The Andersons billboards, yes. And remember also the little fresh dog that would pull down the little girl's bathing suit and her butt.
That was the tan.
Butt tan line.
Sun lotion, right?
Yeah, it was. Who was the actual? What was the actual company? The actual suntan lotion. I'm guessing it was Tropicana. I mean, I can't remember a different brand.
Oh, Coppertone.
Coppertone. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Coppertone. That's exactly. And as a kid, I remember looking at and this is. I'll want to connect with Jenna a little bit over my. When I was a kid in California, I got one of those John flavored sunburns, huge welt blisters on my back filled with. They used to tell me they were actually filled with seawater. I can't imagine that's true. It was filled with pus, I'm sure. I've got that like 5 or 6 times. My skin doctor's like, just, tell me when the cancer happens, because it's going to happen. She's going to keep... That's what she said. She was like, it's a matter of
when. She said, right, it's not if, it's just when.
And and so I don't go into the sea anymore either. But I did surf up until probably high school when I had my final face plant into the bottom of the ocean's floor, and then like confused and didn't know which way to swim. I lived, obviously, unless I'm a ghost, which I might be.
Maybe.
Ghost complexion. But then that was the last I really went into the sea as an adventurer. And then every time I go to the ocean now, it kind of feels like the sea's trying to suck me in. Remember when we got married and our feet kept getting buried in the sand, like it would come up and then our feet would be like 4 inches under the sand. Every time the wave came up, I was like 6 inches deeper into the sand.
You were just shrinking.
Just shrinking.
Ryan, I have a scar on my nose from a bad sunburn.
Yeah. That's how we do.
That was like that. I have a scar on my nose from
Our parents
toothpaste.
didn't care. There's like roast away, redhead. My mom was out there with her
I'm not a fan of water either, Ryan.
baby oil, and she's just like takes a shower of baby oil before she goes outside. Yes, those are true stories.
Yeah, and Callie Dubs was saying as a kid it was suntan lotion. It wasn't sunscreen.
Right.
That is true. Mm-hmm.
Bain de soleil for that Saint-Tropez tan. You don't remember that? They actually didn't have sun here until I moved here. So that was cool. I mean, I love the ocean, the sound of the ocean, and being from Northern California, I vibe very heavy on the fog, sort of like, foghorn, seagull, ocean. And then LA is absolutely 100% when you're from there, it's like sunshine, like you're just riding to the beach in your Suzuki Explorer with the top down with all the ladies, And I'm not sure everyone was holding their top up, but somewhere. You've been to LA. I mean, it's crazy, but seems like in the 70s and 80s, there was way more of that, like ride in the back of the truck and everyone's gonna go have a big surf party or whatever. It was way more obvious. All the kids now are just so cool in their Rolls Royces and stuff. They're like, nobody's normal anymore.
B Nudes has been to California only 3 times, been up and down the East Coast.
California's awesome. I don't want to live there anymore because of the
crazy is not the word for LA.
Insane.
Oh.
But it is insane.
Hey,
but
Jack!
Jack.
So nice to see you.
Jack is here. Aloha! How you doing, Jack?
Long time no see your name.
Yeah, how are things going for you? We're just talking about how, we're just swallowing the truth of the reality, and we make some changes over the year, and we had a struggle trying to decide how to do it all, and then we have, and we've definitely noticed some.
Yeah, how is your second shop going and stuff, and your other marketplaces? I hope you're
10,000 plus CDs now.
Nice.
Yeah, we just opened our 4th store, although we haven't started filling it yet. But our 4th store is going to be called, she wasn't totally into it, but I liked it, Capsule Collection 2000. That's right, everybody. You can't forget that
However, there's already a capsule collection on eBay.
name. Well, Capsule Collection is a term. It's a fashion term.
I know.
So I had to put 2000 to make it
and what does
stand
the 2000
out.
mean?
It means like it's exciting about the upcoming new millennium that already happened 24 years ago, but It still sounds like we're in the disco period in the 2000s. It means hope. Am I right? Hope. Carla Olsen. Aloha, Carla. Welcome to Border. Coppertone.
Jack is saying, Storytime guy, post these. I'm trying to get a price from him. He won't give it. Wants offer 2 hours later, marked sold. 2 days later, marked available.
Uh-oh, boo. Yeah, I wonder sometimes when I'm doing things, when I list something and I immediately list it and then I make changes to the listing, especially if it's a popular item, and I do things like raise the price, and I wonder if people, I don't necessarily take care of all the maintenance before I post the item. So sometimes I post the item, I'm like, oh, whoops, I had to put something in the description or take something out or put up a price. Not always.
Now the guy had someone interested, and then they were a no-show.
Oh, they backed out.
So much for your reason.
But I do that. So I wonder what
you do.
I do, and I wonder what the other person is thinking. Are they like, I'm never doing business with this guy? He's crazy.
Yeah. So then I guess he ended up
getting it.
Yeah,
Nice.
for a good price. That's awesome. 10,000. Jack, do you resurface any of them?
Are you a resurfacer? Well, he did just resurface in our chat after a little bit of away time.
You know what? Jack is here. Yeah. And no, he does not resurface.
No. Okay, so you have to buy stuff that's good.
Hell no. Uppercase, all caps.
I mean, I imagine everyone well, you'd have to have the resurfacer. But
Ooh, Biff is wondering what's a good ask. He's going to be dumping his
Series
Ghost
ones?
901 Series 1s.
are
Near
they
mint.
are they do you have the white holder upper sticks? Oh wait, Series 1s. First of all, do you have the Series 1 EQ? Okay, good. Thank you. It's like ahead of me. And do you have the basses, the trumpet, the flute basses?
Carla, I'm glad that it was found right in time. She was saying she's 62 and she's paying for it now. She was just at a dermatologist getting something removed. He's had stuff removed. He had a thing years ago, and they went so deep into his skin to get a clean edge.
BN's about right. I would expect currently Series 1, I would expect to get a little bit towards the lower side of that right now, just because everything's suppressed. But Series 2s, you can get a little more for because they have a better speaker layout and the active matrix in the EQ is better.
Oh.
So Series 2s look very similar to Series 1s, but the speakers are slightly different and something else.
Jack was saying he has so many CDs before this.
Yeah, that's right.
He says, I don't have time. Why spend 50 cents or whatever it is to sell a CD for $3?
I mean, but if you saw one that was a collectible one that's worth, $60, would you resurface that?
But he's saying I just take the case and use that, save money. Yeah.
Oh, we've done, yeah.
We've bought at a local thrift stop we bought CDs. They were 25 cents each just for the cases.
It's a good price if you try to go buy them on Amazon. They're more than that. Mm-hmm. They try to get you close to $1. Some people. Amazon sellers. They have no idea what we go through over here at eBay.
Well, Beard is saying that it seems like he's liking eBay better than Amazon. It sounds like Amazon is really
I don't even know if he could just be
sellers.
saying he's on Amazon. I haven't even looked at this. Do you think he's Bearded Picker on Amazon?
I don't think so.
Do people have the
people
same?
Would buy from someone named Bearded Picker.
Yeah, so Amazon is like a different animal. So do you have different?
You expect to see a business name,
right? Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying bearded picker necessarily the name. I'm just saying something that implies it's an individual
Nope,
on Amazon.
you're wrong.
He is!
He's right there, the bearded
You
picker.
are! Wow.
Or is this just his, wait, is this his stuff? Hold on, let's see.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I know nothing. And
No, it says earns commissions. So this just might be his, like, affiliate link. Like, if you buy these items, he gets a commission. That's not his actual Amazon stuff.
Because I was so naive. I mean, I'm naive in many areas, but I didn't know that Amazon had individuals selling on Amazon. I thought it was just like all companies other than the books.
He's got his bubble wrap on a toilet paper holder. I love that. It was a giant toilet paper holder. But wait, I don't understand all this. How does he have? What are these Amazon links? Take control of your frozen snacks.
I am laboring, damn it. Sorry.
I can't communicate.
So wait, on Amazon, we were just wondering, are you, when the stuff you're selling are you under the bearded picker on Amazon on the stuff you're selling? We found your Amazon affiliate where people buy the items, then you get a commission or you get a percentage.
We need to do that. We've never done that.
Because I personally, I
don't think you're supposed to know people's. I don't think you send them to your Amazon store like you do to eBay. Is it the same thing? It feels different. I don't know.
Right. It's like stock photos. It's not the actual physical item that you have in your hand. No.
Nope. Top secret. Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to be that either.
I would have to drive too far to kill you.
Can you imagine just sitting here waiting for him to drive up here to kill us? Or just be sitting here going, "Oh, when's he gonna get here? Can you get here on time for crying out loud? I have something to do."
I've never ever seen on Amazon like, oh, Peggy Sue is the seller of this item.
Yeah, you do see the name, but it's like there's no. It's always LCC. It won't even or LLC. Sorry, it won't even.
Okay, Jack, back to the grind. Have to move. Okay, so awesome to see you. Okay, he said he'll be in touch in the next couple weeks on Facebook. We'll have something for you to read.
I have to move your 10 by 20 into a second 10 by 40. So you're
Thanks,
actually
Jack, for being here.
Still piling up some stuff. Have a great day. Hello, Jack!
And that's it with eBay. It's a more personable marketplace.
Well, it's definitely more social media friendly, and where you want to share, and people have they make up names and stuff. It's
because Tamara's saying that most Amazon sellers sell in secret.
I guess so, yeah. Because you don't want anything to break you don't want anyone messing with you. You don't want anyone breaking your, it's too serious.
Well, and I know Beard is very trustworthy, and he puts himself out there. So he's trustworthy, that he stores things properly, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, I never realized until Bearded was saying how, he had stuff from a drugstore or, a Walgreens and then resold it on Amazon. And I was like, what the hell? That people do that? And then I was like, oh my God, that makes me look so differently at product now on Amazon, that it could literally be coming out of someone's garage, not from an actual brick and mortar business store,
But they're trying to make it feel very ubiquitous. That's not the right word. It seems like it is just a solid store, Amazon. It's not thousands, tens of thousands of independent people.
They try to make it look like it's
They make it feel that way.
Yeah.
eBay does the opposite. They make you feel like it's all these independent little... eBay, by its very name, is a bay in a group antique store. That's what it's from.
But there are people, and I see this in the groups, where buyers think it is like an Amazon, and...
Yeah, well, they're starting to a little bit, right?
And people are wondering if it's because an item is showing up in a Google search, and they just click on it to purchase it and don't realize, this is actually just
now
this...
you're
an individual
saying stuff. That's possible. I mean, I guess we were touching on last week about how they position how list Vendu in their ad when you type in list perfectly. They bought the words list perfectly from Google, I guess, how that works. And so when you type in list perfectly, Vendu comes up, and then then they kind of list a couple pages on their site, and the very first page is list perfectly, but it's Vendu.
Right. It's like, let us Vendu help you list perfectly.
But what you're saying is Amazon and eBay are kind of doing that to each other too, which they may be.
Well, right. If you type in, crock pot,
It's a crock.
Google's pulling up eBay results,
It's
Amazon
a trap.
results, and people just click on the eBay one.
This aggression will not
it.
stand, man.
Yeah, we can't.
And you can be
can't
a
put up with
guest
that.
shopper on eBay. You don't necessarily
be.
need to.
I think you can do that on Amazon too. You can
Yeah.
guest up. I'm just going to be guests on all websites now. Not giving him any information. Nope. No, sir. I don't like it.
But that I've noticed.
Amazon seller 99.
eBay wants to be just like Amazon, but the harder they try, the worse their site gets.
Well,
I think
honestly,
I agree with you,
I think what happened was, and it's essentially the same thing, but I think the writing on the Temu Shein wall was everything happened years ago. So nothing really just shows up and then they react to it. I mean, they're like, well, if we want to compete with Amazon and with then Temu and the Sheins, we better get into the program where we're also selling all the crap on the planet too, just like everybody else, so we can get a part of the crap there. But really, they should have always been leaning into independent salespeople selling high quality used stuff and bring me to San Jose, eBay. Let's go. I'm going to tell you how to do it.
So this is what Beard is saying. The difference, Amazon allows you to sell to their customers. eBay facilitates a transaction between you and your customer.
And that, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. And that's why Amazon is like, bang, 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 boom. Like you make one little mistake, they're like, hit you right in the eye. And eBay's like, oh, you're lame and you only ripped off 40 people. Well, let's try for 41. You're going to be good next time, right? Because you make us money every time.
So, Beard, with Amazon and selling on Amazon, so Amazon Prime subscribers get free shipping. So,
Biff, we got them all. We got them all. They came in on August 31st. Wait, move to the side so Biff can see our full.
You don't have the girl one, though.
We didn't want the girl one. That's fake. Don't give me the girl. Carmela. How dare you? Not that I wouldn't mind. Blueberry's effeminate enough, right? Blueberry goes by they, them. No.
But how does...
You need Carmela. Don't make up a new one. It's so typical. Remember Scooby-Doo, and then we had to have Scrappy-Doo? Remember they try on The Simpsons, they tried to come in with the Poochie, the dog? It didn't work. Just try to shoehorn in Carmela, the Smella. Look, they didn't even give her a good name that you couldn't make fun of immediately. Blueberry swings both ways. That's what I think. Ghosts don't have, they're not uptight. Thank you.
So on Amazon, do they force their sellers
Blueberry
to ship
is the
everything?
best, though.
No, they don't.
No?
Free, no charge shipping.
You don't have to, but if you want to be Prime and get that buy box, you have to be
okay.
free.
And do sellers get... They don't get anything from the Amazon Prime subscriptions, right? You know, like...
Oh, like...
If you're selling everything... If you're not charging shipping, supposedly your reward is probably getting more sales, so...
Yes. Whatever. It is a volume game.
So when is eBay going to start charging people to shop? Like Costco charges people to shop.
But think of all the things that
Amazon,
Costco gives you for that $100 a year. First of all, they give you love. Thank you. I love you, Costco. Second of all, they give you access to the biggest load of meat you can find anywhere. Also, thank you, Costco.
Wait, what is Biff saying? Are you reselling in February when the price spikes?
With the cereal.
Oh.
Yeah. People do that for sure. That's a thing. One thing I noticed, we were having because I'm just the weirdest person on earth, I don't like beer at all, except for, that's right, pumpkin beer. There's one called Pump King, and on the side of the bottle, it said it had a best by date of 2026. And I was like, I don't even understand that.
I'm with you, Bearded.
And what happened?
he's pissed that Costco switched to Pepsi.
Oh, in there, yes. You were saying, well, I was telling you they had both at one point. Like way back in time, they had both. And then you were telling me that they had Coke and then they switched to Pepsi. I'm still under the understanding that they had both at one point.
No.
And got rid of Coke
had,
because
like,
Coke
this
is a
big debate one time, and he always thinks he's right.
to think.
I was like, no, they had Coke. I loved it. So
No,
wait,
I think they had both.
What
The
is
Coke,
John talking about? Do you know about this?
No.
Anyone looking forward to fixed pricing controls coming in 2025? This will prevent U.S. sellers from price gouging. On Amazon, this is.
Oh.
And what, new
The
products on
soda
eBay
fountain.
too?
I'm sorry. Breaking news. The soda fountains at Costco food courts were stocked with Coca-Cola products until 2013 when Costco switched to Pepsi products as a cost-saving measure for the combo. Boo!
Yes.
You're right.
Thank you. Okay.
Should I stop
No.
What happened? Okay, John. John said something.
Yeah, John said, anyone looking forward to the fixed pricing controls coming in 2025, this will prevent U.S. sellers from price gouging on everyday new product.
Just, I don't, you know what? I'm totally out of it. Is this talking about new product, all new products, or do they have categories of products that they consider?
And this is across
That,
any platform.
like masks or something, gloves, PPE. Is this for PPE? Please tell me. Thank you.
Oh, right, because during the whatchamacallit, there was price gouging and.
Yeah. So I think I remember hearing that, but how did they implement that? And then I guess what it is basically a price gouging law, anti-price gouging law. But it can't be for like Hot Wheels, right? You can gouge all you want.
6x6.
Aloha.
So this is for all websites and price gouging. I mean, they can't be like, Gap, you can't sell those pants for $90.
Yeah, they can. They can do whatever they want, right? But it's just for certain products, like plutonium. You know, you're not gonna get gouged on plutonium now. Thankfully. I was looking at this picture somewhere, which seemed random to me, and I was like, "Oh, this is AI," but it wasn't, and it showed a bottle of plutonium, some sort of plutonium, and it was glass. I think it was Russian, not positive, and it was an older picture, and it was just like a little vial with a cork in one end, and the plutonium's inside this vial, and then in the cork there is a needle stuck in there with a pinhole in it, and in the pinhole is the plutonium, and you just put that into a needle, and it kind of just sits in the pinhole of the needle. I don't know why I'm explaining this right now, but it was the weirdest thing, and it's like somehow it made an impression on me. It's made an impression on me.
Biff was saying that they are targeting the meat specifically, but it's
meat.
all for talk.
Oh, really? For meat? The price controls on meat? How do they do? Now you're going to make me do homework. I don't
Basket
like
Noodle is saying price controls already exist at state levels. If you're gouged on a car, you can contact your state AG.
True. Yeah. So I'm wondering if is it a more widespread price controls. John, you know, you like to read and look at stuff. We like to pretend we're not part of the planet. Price controls.
But I guess it may not. I don't know.
Well, now we need to know. Not letting people walk away without knowing. Okay, so So first of all, let me just say this is a potential thing. It seems like it even might be politically influenced.
Yeah, that's what they're saying in the chat.
So I'm not gonna look into it currently, but I will look into it afterwards for my own edification.
Yes, Biff is right. He says, "Don't do homework. Just live in your little vintage bubble and enjoy life."
That's what we find is the best thing for us. And we do a pretty good job of it. And
okay. Yeah, because over the past 4 years or whatever, so much stuff exploded. Like cars, you remember? Because people couldn't
couldn't get
cars. So in 2022, the cars were selling for
Don't say that word.
More.
You're going to get our
So that's making
video
sense.
messed
It's
up.
not like, oh, you can't sell pants for, $100. I mean, there's high-end stuff out there. It just, I get it. Sort of like necessities. You can't gouge on necessities.
There may be some sort of additional legal infrastructure created in order to gouge the gouger more easily, maybe? Let's not talk about it anymore. I'm going back into my vintage bubble.
Wait, Baskin Noodle is saying, I knew a fellow who did that with PS5s online. Do
they even have PS5s yet? Aren't we at PS4 still?
Went to the state AG. Local cops showed up and his house was caution taped and all merch confiscated. It's pending investigations. He ended up getting most back, but the town went after him for running it in his home, and his mortgage company took him into court. Huh.
Well, ain't that something? That's a bummer. That's a bummer for dude. I mean, I don't do that kind. I'll try to corner the PS2 market.
Right.
PS2. Yeah. I just dated myself.
New stuff. But why with PS2s?
This new
people
game,
are constantly going out and buying new
Twisted Metal.
Those water cups, Stanley Cup things. People were buying those and selling them forever. The Trader Joe's bags, why aren't they getting in trouble for gouging? Anyhow,
why can't we buy the little Beetlejuice thing online? Have you looked that up yet today? You haven't, have you? Oh, we're
James,
gonna do it right
it's
now.
a holiday.
Doesn't matter. We can still go there and buy stuff. They can still put stuff out. What do you mean? We're gonna miss the Beetlejuice thing. Beetlejuice. Sculpt. I said it 2 times. Let's say it again. Sculpture. Sculpt. We're trying to American arbitrage us some Beetlejuice stuff from the Spirit Halloween store, and she keeps seeing it, and they can deliver it for $11. But she comes in to me and she's like, they sell for $90 on eBay. So, and she says to me, do you want to pay $11 shipping? I'm like, no way, because she said she wanted it for herself. But if you're gonna buy it for $90, sell it $90, you can pay $30 for it. Am I right? Thank you. Business. I'm a business.
Oh yeah, Tamra.
I'm a business.
I like what she's saying. Like gouging, these gouging laws or whatever should apply to like national disasters and stuff.
Shush.
It's like every day when someone's trying to flip something for more money, it doesn't seem like they should get in trouble, I suppose. But yeah, when there's like natural disasters,
I mean,
emergencies,
I feel like
pandemics.
they're gonna make a little law that makes it easier to bust people who are messing. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Don't make me drive up to Spirit Halloween Placerville for that dumb sculpture. I'm serious. It's there if you can get it. 2 things going right now: the sculpture, the Delia sculpture, and the inflatable Beetlejuice with the carousel head and the 2 arms that come out and turn into mallets. That's going for like $500 right now.
Did we tell you how?
I'm giving away all the secrets.
We've already mentioned how.
Is this thing on?
Beetlejuice.
Oh no, we just gave away our entire plan for the next month.
How a good portion of Beetlejuice was filmed in Vermont last summer, like during our flooding. It was really crazy. But anyhow, they filmed a good portion of it here in Vermont, and somebody stole
the Delia statue.
Somebody stole one of the statues
And a lamppost.
and a lamppost, and they've never surfaced. So somebody has them hiding.
We're all out here. We have a special number we can call, and Tim Burton will fly in his Tesla helicopter and murder those people if we ever find them.
Tamara, I guess when I go to Burlington, I won't stop by and look for those items.
No, it's this is a big world. You're allowed to. I mean, it's part of the hunt. And I don't feel out when I go and I see other resellers. I'm not, I don't feel scared. I'm not threatened.
No, he's not. He's like,
I'll go steal.
The
What
thing
you got
is
in the
I'm
bag?
not talking about getting that Beetlejuice sculpture thing.
Don't tell people
to
about
resell it. I want it.
Somebody go find us one. We
I
do
want
want
it for
one.
myself.
I know we do want it. But I also want to get 2 of them, one to sell, so that we have 2 stores.
How many do I need to sell to get the Costco werewolf?
Costco werewolf was like it wasn't that expensive. Was it only $100 or 150? They don't sell anything for $100. Costco werewolf. eBay
Someone's
has
selling one for $5.25.
But that's so you have to put it through your reverse eBay lens. So if they're selling it for $5.25, that means it was $125. But we'll see. It's a giant chicken too.
Because some people don't have Costco.
Oh, $250. It's $250, and it's outdoor rated, Biff. That's why. And he's got jeans. He's wearing jeans.
He's all.
Here, maybe this. I can give the sound here. Maybe.
He has this washboard.
Listen to him roar. Is that a bubble? Did you just squirt out a bubbles from something?
Oh, weird. There's bubbles.
I can't.
There must be a bubble machine down below.
Why didn't I put it on this so you can actually watch it? Sorry. Here is the werewolf from Costco.
Okay. What's happening?
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, wait. No. Small, big, small, big. You're always scared. You're always scared of
I
stuff.
just don't want you to, like, dox us and stuff.
That's what I do. I'm a doxer. No, there's no doxing on here. This is just the video details. Are you okay now?
Yes.
You scare me because you get scared and then you scare me. And I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. But she's like, no, you almost killed us. And I'm like, no, we're alive. But this is it right here. Try again. This is the little sculpture from Spirit Halloween right now. Do they have all of those?
Those are life-size replicas.
Oh, okay. So I think they just have the one claw thing.
Yeah, they only have the one claw. Delia's whatever.
Anyway, if someone could
Biff
get
was
that.
saying, "Oh, Major Win!"
Aloha, Major Win is back. Just in time to say goodbye to all our company.
For a quick minute. Oh, okay. And he's saying, "Hey Biff, the yacht rock master. Hope you're having a great day."
Yes, all roads lead
John,
to
the
disco.
bubbles look moist.
They did. Yeah, that was a weird bubble. I guess they were holographic bubbles.
Or there was a bubble machine down below. Biff, the Costco scarecrow isn't afraid of the dark. He's afraid of running out of candy.
And rotisserie chickens. It's a good place for a werewolf, I gotta say.
Oh yeah. Major.
Biff's going to in and out to fuel up to go into the Spirit Halloween, which is in the same parking lot. That sounds like an awesome afternoon. And we haven't been into a Spirit Halloween in a really long time either, and I really enjoyed like an hour. Holy crap, we filmed it, didn't we?
What?
I filmed the whole thing.
Of what?
The Spirit Halloween. When we went there, I filmed it.
Oh, you
We should
did.
just make a video and put it on the thing. Okay, we'll do that.
We have so much video footage on our phones. It's just at some point I lose track of everything.
Yeah, our brains are so moist. All right, moisties.
Doug was asking Basket Noodle how his wifey is doing. And Basket Noodle said she's doing good. She's got her central nervous system MRI in 8 days and hopefully no progression of her MS.
That is, I hope she does well. I hope her test shows some sort of.
You were reading something else. That's why you were giggling.
Oh yeah, no, yes. Now
you want to go big?
I'm trying to focus on what he said here about she's doing good. Thanks for asking. She got her CNS. Come on, where is this going? I'm sorry, it's in 8 days and hopefully no progression. Okay, so you get lots of tests, and then it's basically limiting the progression of the illness. That makes sense. And that's done mostly, I imagine, with all kinds of medication.
Yeah, I used to work with someone whose son
Well, good luck to her
was diagnosed with
test.
MS, and he would take injections that would help.
Boy, they have a lot of injections now. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got an
Jenna,
injection.
I can't with you moist souls. Yeah, and prayers for her basket needle. Yeah. And yes, Major Win is saying, we're all with you and we'll be standing by for good news, but please forward our appreciation of her being a tough fighter. Yeah, you're so sweet, Major Win. Very true.
You all are in this chat. It's a
I
very
know.
sweet chat. There's a couple little spankings that could be administered from time to time, but generally a very
Tamara
nice
was
chat.
saying how the injections help keep the flare-ups at bay.
And it's amazing because I have an autoimmune disease, but it's a very common right now. It's very common rheumatoid arthritis, and some of it is inflamed. Weight inflames it, but it is a autoimmune disease. Like it will never leave, and sometimes it's weird to think of that. And if I don't take one of these $7,000 injections every week, I will be in pain.
Biff was saying, I know people who have had a lot of success battling MS. Yeah, so
These smart guys are getting smarter out
she
there.
has that success too. Bearded. So can I get more money for flipping Ain't Easy or Primo's address? Bid now. Nobody cares about my address. I'll undercut you on your price, bearded picker.
And I'm like, our house is like the James Bond car license plate, and our address just flips, and our street sign flips too. So you can never technically find us.
So
Except for the pink house, which is impossible to miss. What?
Oh, Tamara
What?
was diagnosed with MS at 22 or
Wait.
32 years old.
Oh, really? So you currently still have MS now, or does it go into remission?
It can go in remission, right?
So you don't have it now?
And if it's in remission, do you take medicine during that time, or wow? There is no. Oh, okay. There is no MS remission. Okay, it's just the medicine helps with keeping flare-ups at bay.
It's
okay.
it's an amazing however they're inventing these drugs. I've asked about it, but none of it makes sense to me. And I don't know if it's the same type thing for anti-inflammatories, but my particular medication's made out of mouse guts or something that I don't know. I think they like French kiss it back and forth between a couple of scientists, and then they put a little juice in there, and then I don't have
So Baskin Noodle was
pain.
saying that her medicine has come down in price. It was $72,000 a year. Now it's around 40,000 or 40. Yeah, 40,000 a year, right? That's what you're saying. Wow, that's come down a lot, but that's still so much money. Good heavens.
It's in some cases, I mean, it depends on if you have insurance. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But if you have insurance, the curiosity is how much you end up having to pay after the insurance. In our particular situation, the company that makes the ephemera pays for the difference between my insurance and not insurance. Somebody pays it. I don't pay it.
If you have insurance, they will pay.
Right. If you have insurance,
Only
then
if you
they
have
pay
insurance.
for it. But if you don't have insurance, then you're screwed.
Then you're out of luck, which is like the people that don't have insurance
are the
Jeez,
ones that
it's
need
so
the
backward.
free. Anyway, but it's frustrating, and then it's also cool that they exist. The drugs exist.
And
That's my
Amazon
point.
Seller 99 was just wondering if there was a article to read about that guy that had those PS5s.
Joni's going in for a test tomorrow. I think some sort of thing for X-rays, maybe. How did she get the double dip? The double with the ankle and then the elbow.
Making sure her breast cancer is still gone. I believe.
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
6th year. Well,
Getting
hoping
old is not for
good
the
news on that too.
for the timid. Jeez,
Right. Her 6 month. Joni has her 6 months.
So what's this say over here?
Every 6 months she gets one. Must be
Oh, Jim does that too. Jim goes up to the center
once
every
a year
6
though,
months.
right?
Once a
Or
year,
is
I
it
think.
6 months?
Yeah, once a year. But you can't be too careful. Okay. So wait, can we say something fun and uplifting at the end here? So can you just play some of these? Play some of those.
Oh, hey everyone.
She's gonna make us, and I hope everybody
Morning.
feels good. Yes, that's it.
Here.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh wait, no, that's. Wait, what's this? No. Oh.
Can you
I have many leather-bound
Just smash it with your hands,
and
please.
my apartment smells of rich.
Biff has sent a link.
Oh, that's the article, is it?
Biff sends good link.
Shasta. Wait, show it.
The same old cola. I want a rock and roller. I want a pie.
Pow!
Shasta. I want a taste for that. All the great taste. Shasta has. I want a pie. I want a.
This is how I keep my
I want a thrill. I want
my
a
trim
wow.
figure.
All I want is now.
Diet Shasta. Oh, you gotta love that. Look at that thing.
Flipping ain't easy.
Bean, 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 bean.
Stay perky.
Okay. That's the one that gets me.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Okay, wait. Before we go, everybody needs to see Pokey in his face. Can you show
Oh.
Pokey?
Yes.
So Pokey is really better now.
He's doing really great.
Um,
Although he was trying to chew some of his toenails.
So she gave him a very bad habit of chewing his own toenails, and now we can't allow him to do that anymore. So we have to now stop him to untrain him to do that. But
16 teeth pulled, 6 teeth were
teeth
missing,
on the dead man's chest.
which we're wondering if from chewing his toenails. And he also somehow ripped out the
one of his dew claws. He only
she
has
was
3
like,
dew claws now.
Yeah, he doesn't have one. He must have ripped it out at some point. We're just like, holy moly.
So we're like,
You're such a sweet
on the
baby
scale of
boy.
1 to lame
You are
as a
so
dog parent,
sweet.
we're 1.
I mean, here we think we're like the best parents in the world, and then, oh boy.
But he's totally like, I mean, today he's running around. I am going to tell you that we can sense that he was in a lot of pain for the past little while because his whole, like, the way he's moving and stuff is just more crazy. Like, he's definitely more bouncy
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
now that so he had his anal glands
Finger
released.
into butt.
He had his toenails clipped, and he had the teeth
And they did a
removed.
big clipping on the toenails. No quicks were hurt in this
And
visit.
we definitely see him being more perky.
Stay perky.
And he is, oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Major Win is sending good news and support to everybody. Great to be part of a supported group of resellers. And I could not agree more with you. I do feel we all are here for each other, and it really helps us. For sure. We learn a lot from you guys.
And in the greater sense that I'd like to just acknowledge the others that sort of make out our community who have been here longer than we have, which includes Bearded Picker and Flipping Ain't Easy. I also will include some people that we don't see anymore who I really enjoyed, like Darth Drifter. Hey Frost doesn't put out a lot, but when he does, I like to watch that. But the current community that we have, Josh, yeah. Basically, it's like Primo, Kimo, and the podcast Flower Hour, or whatever.
Oh, Motorcycle Dork.
Motorcycle Dork is fun.
Yeah.
There's other people I like, but I seem to see the same names show up in those places, and it's really nice to be friends with you. So thank you very much.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Where's my?
Yes. Basket Noodles has a cat that thinks he's a dog.
We call him
named
Snake
him Snake.
Pusskin. Snake Pusskin. Do you even know how funny that is? You don't. Tell me how funny it is.
Oh, really funny.
Who is Snake Plissken? Who is Snake Pusskin? Snake Pusskin. His cat. Okay, you're right.
Oh, it was really great seeing Jack today. I haven't seen him in so long. I think about him often. Flower Hour element. Did you say Flower Hour?
Yeah. I can't. If I wanted to say it right, I could. Watch. The Power Hour podcast. That doesn't sound right. I'm missing a word. No, that's the first one.
The Primo Kimo's
No,
Power Hour.
you're right. There's too many P's going on.
It's
the
Power Hour.
Power Playbook.
Yes.
Podcast.
Just say PPP.
Thank you.
No, PHPP.
Can you pat me on the back? Thank you.
Oh gosh, eBay Profit Power Playbook Podcast. Stop it! Wait, you're joking,
That's the
right?
new one. That's the new one. There's not quite enough there.
Major Win is cueing you with your.
Kimo, baby,
Let's kick it, sucker!
Okay, we gotta go. Thank you guys for being with us today and enjoying whatever we just did for 2 hours.
Muppets!
With absolutely no format. We showed you some stuff. We talked about some stuff. We avoided some other stuff. We talked about stuff we didn't imagine. We laughed. We cried. My best to all of our family members who have ailments, and the best for the future. And I hope we don't all die later this year. And Pokey's doing great! And here's my best friend in the whole
Aloha, everyone! Thank you so much, Josh!
Yeah, that's right. Kimo, baby,
All right, guys.
Aloha, thank you, everyone. Major Win, everyone. Thank you, Major Win, for the super chats. Silver Hair, thank you for the super chat.
Have some of those special joy feelings. Go out there and hug a cow.
Look at his.
He's running for the window right now. Can we stop him, folks? Can we stop him?
You can feel the love. Oh, that's my. Carla loves the posters. He's all activated and animated. He's so cute. Like a boy. Okay, you guys, watch FAE tonight.
And we'll see you.
Thank you so much, everyone. We
on
appreciate you.
what day are we going to see
You're
you?
the bestest.
Thursday. No, Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh,
Like
and
always.
then are you doing
Yeah, we'll do
members
a
tomorrow?
members sometime this week too.
I think Bearded just like sunk into his.
He left. He fell out the window. Okay, guys.
All right, everyone, back to work.
Aloha. Have a great day.
Aloha. Thank you.
He said it too, like a boy. You're the best.